Path of Exile 2's early access period has been delayed from November 15th starting to December 6th, and Exiles are surprisingly optimistic about it. Seriously, almost every single reaction that I've seen after that announcement from Jonathan Rogers, wherein he fell on his sword, he was transparent to the community, he took full responsibility, he explained the situation and said why it was vital for them to delay. I mean, every single response, almost every single response has just been genuinely understanding. People have been heartfelt. People have been giving Grinding Gear Games the benefit of the doubt, and they have just been saying, we understand you. We're good with this. Thank you for telling us. We'll see you on December 6th. Sure, there are a few outliers, some crazy people who are going absolutely berserk about it, and there are people who are upset that they took PTO, and now that they can't take that back, it really sucks, and they won't be able to play. And to those people, that really, really sucks. I'm sorry, but this is the right decision from Grinding Gear Games, okay? They didn't want to release a broken game. They didn't want to release something that was going to devastate years of hard work that they've done on Path of Exile 1 and Path of Exile 2, and the fact that these two games are going to mold together. This is almost unprecedented, right? Combining bought items from game 1 to game 2, promising all this stuff to the community, being so consumer friendly that it's causing you to delay your highly anticipated early access release date. It's just wild. And I just wanted to make this video to say, props to all of you. Seriously, I know that the developers were terrified about announcing this. They thought it was going to have consequences that would destroy the lead up to early access. And you know what? The exact opposite thing happened. So thank you, all you Exiles, all the positive people out there who are being genuinely positive with Grinding Gear Games in light of this honestly terrible news that the game is being delayed by 3 weeks. Jonathan was so apologetic in that heartfelt message to the community, and I don't really think he needed to be apologetic. He saw something was going absolutely wrong. Something that didn't have to do with content, something that was very technical, and he probably realized 2.5 weeks out from the launch, oh my innocence. I need to delay the game. We can't release it. We can't risk destroying everything that we've done. And he made the right call. He made the right call and he delayed the game. And this fact, the fact that they're saving what could have been a disastrous launch that broke Path of Exile accounts, doesn't even account for the fact that now they have 3 extra weeks to polish Path of Exile 2 early access, everybody. Yes, here comes the pivot, okay? The legendary Talkative try positivity. This extra 3 weeks could be big for the game because the people who are working on the database migrations and combinations aren't the same developers who are working on the content of the game. And if you remember what Jonathan said, the content is good to go. Now, what does this mean? Of course, they're going to have 3 more weeks to polish everything that they've already made. But does this also mean that we might be getting some more content in the acts than we expect? Remember, Trevor, the console game director, leaked in a Tokyo Game Show interview that there would only be 3 acts to start early access. Will that still be the case? Could there be 4 acts? Could there be all 6 and we've been completely hoodwinked this entire time? He also let loose that there will maybe be between 6 and 8 classes to start the early access. We've been thinking that the Huntress and the Druid, who have been absent from basically all promotional materials and teasers, they might not be there to start. But this extra 3 weeks give them enough time to implement all of the Huntress animations and skills alongside the Druid, Bear form, and the mysterious other forms that we don't know anything about. I mean, we know Wolf form is definitely going to be in the game, but what does it look like? We haven't seen it since 2019. That's a big possibility. This also means that they're having more time spent on Endgame, which is something that Jonathan has now specifically called out a few times. Their focus has been on Endgame content for the past few months, almost entirely. They've been cooking. I'm really excited to see what they've been cooking up this entire time. I think it might be more fleshed out than many of us might realize, but we'll just have to wait for the, quote, biggest league reveal live stream announcement ever from Grinding Gear Games in about 4 weeks from that announcement delaying Path of Exile 2's early access. Seriously, if this is going to be the biggest live stream of all time, I expect some absolute bombshells. What was the actual biggest live stream for Path of Exile 1? Would it be Settlers of Kalgur? Could it be Echoes of the Atlas? Maybe Siege of the Atlas? I'm not too sure. But if that's what they're going for, I don't expect to just see Endgame. We'll talk about this in another video, but I think we're going to see ascendancies. We might see the tease for another character class. We might see a bunch of skills we hadn't seen before. Maybe there will be some surprises in there, like a transmog or cosmetic system. I think Grinding Gear Games is cooking up something incredible, and we're all about to witness it at the end of November. Succinctly, Exiles, this delay is meaningful. This delay isn't, oh, you know, we effed up and we need more time to finish the content in the game, or we didn't prioritize things right now. This delay is, oh my goodness, something tragic has occurred. We didn't expect it. We made this promise, and we have to keep this promise. And they handled it the right way. And because of that, I'm still as excited for December 6th as I was for November 15th. After all, you guys, it's just going to be, 3 more weeks of hype content. We've got a lot of surprises in store here on the channel. I've reconfigured things. I've swapped PTO with my lovely coworker. Thank you so much to her. I'm really happy. I'm going to be able to blast with all of you guys on December 6th, and the days after. It's going to be a lovely time. Please, Exiles, let me know in the comments. Do you realize, or do you think that this overall is going to be a big W for Path of Exile 2? Or are you still in the camp of, okay, this really sucks, I'm disappointed? Because I really think the split seems to be almost 95% positive, 5% not positive. And I'm really happy about that. We need to give the developers all the credit here. They made the right call, and it was a super difficult call to make. Like the video if you ended up liking it, and subscribe to Talkative Try for more Path of Exile 2 content. I will see you in the next video, my fellow exile. Talakura.